Hi, welcome to a new video. Today we're filming my February haul. So I had a max of 10 things I could buy this month based on how much I read in January and also credits that we carried over from January's haul. I think I had 2 credits carried over from January and there were 8 things I read in January, so max it was 10 things. I ended up only buying 6, so I have 4 credits carrying over into March, which is useful because I need them. I already have like my whole entire March haul planned out. Hopefully things will actually arrive in a reasonable time, but you never know. Autofocus, thank you. But so I have 6 things to quickly show you today. This will be a nice quick little haul, but let's get started. I'm gonna move across a little bit because my camera loves focusing on the stuff right behind me there. So where will we start? First up, Curse of the Divine by Kim Smejkal. This is the sequel to Ink in the Blood, which is a book I really enjoyed. It's based on tattoo magic. And so they tattoo messages into the skin and it kind of acts like a form of prophecy, but there's a lot going on in the system. I really enjoyed book 1. Can't wait to read book 2. Not sure when I'm going to fit it in, but hopefully sometime soon. It's a pretty simple under the dust jacket, but I'm pretty sure this is a duology, so I think this is the finale of the series, and I love that the covers match. The first one's like black and white, but still has the same like tattoo design. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this story ends up. It is I'd say kind of like a new adult fantasy. I think it's technically in the YA section, but upper YA. Another prequel that I picked up is Beneath the Keep by Erica Johansson. This is the prequel to the Queen of the Tealing series. And this I think follows kind of like the start of the Tealing, if you've read the series and you kind of know what's going on. It is following totally different characters, I believe, but explores kind of like how the Tealing went from the 2 different stages that are outlined in the original trilogy. I don't want to spoil things. I really enjoyed the original trilogy. It is a very slow paced adult fantasy though, so I think do come into that knowing it's kind of slow paced, and I presume this one will be as well. I'm not sure if this is like a contained story or if it's going to be a duology or a trilogy. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited to get into it. I also picked up The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. I believe this is Sarah Gailey's first like adult thriller. It is, I think there's a clone kind of scenario going on, and yeah, it is a like straight up thriller if I'm understanding correctly. It's only like 250 pages, so I'm hoping I might be able to squeeze this in March. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to. It is nice and short, but this is my favorite cover. I do think the US cover is nicer, but this is the UK Australian cover. It is considered a thriller on the back, but Sarah Gailey is a non-binary author that writes a whole heap of kind of very different and interesting queer stories, and I presume this is no different, but within a thriller context. I also picked up The Gilded Ones by Namina Fauna. This is an African fantasy. I think it's West African, but don't hold me to that. It's about, it really does not have much on the back, but it is about a girl who I think they need to bleed red to be normal, and she bleeds gold, which they think she's a demon, I think, and she has to prove she's not possessed by the demon. I don't know too much about the details of this, but obviously it's exploring like racial purity and those kind of elements, and I think it's going to be really good. I love this cover. I can't wait to read it. This is like way more gold than the American cover, but like, look at it. It's so good. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I hope it's really soon. A book I've already read from this month's haul, we have The Girls Ive Been by Tess Sharp. This is a young adult thriller. We follow Nora and her girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend walk into a bank to deposit some money that they were fundraising, and the bank gets robbed, and so they're in a kind of hostage situation. But Nora has a secret, and that's that her mother was a con woman and she spent her whole life playing different girls to survive. and she uses the skills she's developed as a child and all her trauma to help get them out of this hostage situation. I loved this. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up, but I would 100% recommend it. It was so good, and this I got as part of my LGBTQ+ subscription service. The final book I picked up in February is The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. This is the fourth and final, I think, Wayfarer's book, though to be fair, I thought book 3 was the final one, so I don't know if I trust it. This series is a collection of like companion novels that follow different characters, all kind of involved in the Wayfarers. I don't know how these characters connect with the previous characters, but I'm sure they do. And it's all looking at hard sci-fi, exploring humanity and what it means to be like a person, like personhood, not humanity, because they're not all human, but personhood. And really like tough questions around that. Like we've looked at what it means to be disconnected from home and culture and land. There's like AI things going on in the previous ones, and honestly they're all just so stunning. They're really like quiet sci-fi, like quiet themes, quiet stories that really add up to something really wholesome but deep and wonderful and sad and tragic and beautiful, and hope inspiring. This is on my plan for March as well. It's only like just over 300 pages. And I'm really hoping to get to it in the month of March because I can't wait to read it. So those are all the books that I picked up in the month of March. Let me know if you've read any of these down below, if you're planning on reading any of these. Obviously I've only read the one so far, so please no spoilers, but let me know your thoughts and things in a broad, vague sense. Thank you so much for watching, and otherwise I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!